Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have a reading for you about somebody that is hearing that you have some success or some exciting news, and they want to one-up you. So we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse and the Six of Wands. It's like you say, oh, I got a promotion, and that upsets them because they want to feel superior to you. So then they'll be like, oh, well, I just won the lottery. So don't worry about this person. I feel like it's going to be a little obnoxious for you to deal with them in the first place. And I feel like they're going to be dishonest with you about what's really going on because they're so interested in, competing with you, basically. So don't get too worried about this. All right, let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. You can find that in the description box if I said that too fast. And I'm still trying to make sure my lighting is okay. So can y'all see me okay? Also, in that description box, you can find out how to become a member, as well as how to find my Etsy shop if you are interested in a homemade soy candle. It's better for you and for the environment. Hello, Stephen. Hello, Egyptian Empress. Hello, Shayla. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Grindhard. Hello, Tiana. Good evening, Matt. How are we doing? All right, so tell me if you can't see stuff and I'll try to deal with it. I think it's okay. What shall we start with, you guys? What do you think? We're gonna go with the Royal Fez. This is the Moroccan Tarot. Let's see what else we've got. And tomorrow I'm gonna do that members only live stream. I think we're gonna say at 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. Central. I will post that as well. Oh, it happens, Shayla. No worries. Oh, that's awesome, Matt. All right, so we've got the World. We've got the Six of Swords and the Devil. Someone's obsessed with you. Maybe not in a I want to marry you kind of obsessive, but more like Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. So maybe this is a sibling. I gotta cover the nudity, but we have the Devil, right? But there's something here about you completing some cycle or chapter or reaching some milestone. Six of Swords, it's like you get through some difficult chapter and things start blossoming for you. This person who's obsessed with you, it could be an ex, it doesn't have to be a sibling, but they're like, I need to look better than you. So especially if you have been going through a bit of a glow up after a breakup, this person is like, I gotta make it look like I'm better than you. I'm having more fun with my friends, or I've got more people interested in dating me, or I've got more money in the bank. Whatever reason, they feel like whatever you have going on that's awesome, they need to outdo you. Well, that sounds good, Shayla. Ooh, what's going on with your Wi-Fi? I hope it's better. All right, so we've got the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. This is they're always late to the party. The Knight of Wands is below the Queen of Wands, right? It would be like if you say I took the quiz and I got 99% and this person is all ready to like brag about how they got 96%. And you're like, well, I think that's great. Don't get me wrong, it's still an A. Like, you are awesome. I'm a little bit better, but that's okay. You're still awesome. I don't encourage you to be all braggy and like in this person's face about it, but they're the ones who seem to have an obsession with competing with you. And every time they try to one up you or do better than you, it's like they fall a little short because you're the Queen of Wands. And if you're gonna be the Queen of Wands, this one's a pretty good one. Look at how big that wand is. Like, I'm over here jealous with this little wand. You could like hurt people with that. Not that you need to, not that you should. Anyways, they're not experiencing quite the same amount of glow up or awesome as you, and they're jealous. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Grindhard. Hello, Vicky, what's up? Did I say hello to Rachel? I hope I did. Hello, 13X, what's up? Yes, exactly, Rachel. All right, so what else? We have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse and the Seven of Cups. They don't know how to be happy for you. It's like, I need to look like I'm superior, so I create some sort of illusion. It makes me think of Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion, even though that is charming, and they're over here like, my life isn't that great, so I'm gonna create this, you know, illusion where everybody thinks that I'm doing great. That's what they're doing, but with less class. I'm doing well, thank you, Vicky. I just ate a lot of cheese and it was delicious. I did in fact dip my cheese in other cheese, as I like to tell you all. It was like cranberry goat cheese and Gouda. I know, I shouldn't brag like that. But it was delicious. So we have the Queen of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Tower and the reverse. See, part of the issue here is this is somebody who's trying to compete with you, and you're over here like, good work. I don't feel the need to compare. So I feel like you're this Queen of Swords energy, and they're the King of Wands. They're trying to outdo you, and you're just like, but I feel pretty good about what's going on. So even though you're trying to one-up me, like, the world is not falling in on itself just because, you know, you get paid more per hour or whatever it is, right? Oh no! Well, if I could just like beam up some of my cheese to you, I would, Rachel. I had to go and get some other cheese. All right, so we have the Knight of Swords. This is somebody who's posting stuff on social media just to get attention. Like, they're obsessively checking to see whether or not you're looking at their social media or anybody associated with you. Or they're constantly checking your social media to see what's up with you. They want to compete. They want to be on top. They want to be like cooler than you. They want to be richer than you. King of Pentacles, Four of Cups in the reverse. Even though they may not be getting what they want, even though they may not have gotten that promotion, or they may not be getting the dates that they want, or the, I don't know, the winning lottery ticket numbers, they still want to present it as though they've gotten what they wanted or they're winning. Hello, Marcus. How are you doing? All right, this is the Tattoo Tarot. Let's see what else we've got for you. It's true, Vicky. Hello, Melissa. How are you doing? Yes, thank you for the likes and the subscribes. I appreciate that very much. We are close to 25,000 subscribers, and when we get there, I'm gonna do some I'm going to do a live stream where the personal questions are freebies. Free readings. Come get your free readings. But don't worry, I'll post about it before I do it so that you'll know. All right, so we have the Four of Swords. So maybe this is like an ex-friend of yours. Maybe it's just an ex-boyfriend or girlfriend of yours. But they feel like they need to show the world that they're unbothered or that they have like more to celebrate than you. Ooh, that sounds scary. Good luck with that, Shayla. We have Justice. King of Swords in the reverse. You're going through a glow up, or you're about to get this glow up energy, and it makes this individual mad. They have this King of Swords in the reverse energy, which to me says they're probably gossiping about you or undercutting your success, criticizing what you've got going on, but you're over here like, that's fine. I don't really care what you think about my job. I don't really care what you think about my outfit or the fact that I like cut my hair or I don't know, like moved somewhere else or started dating someone else. Whatever they're upset about, you're just kind of like, okay, if you must. Not that big of a day, not that big of a deal. Because you're content with what you got going on. 10 of Cups. Hopefully they can have that sense of contentedness as well someday, because then they would be able to let go of that devil energy where they're obsessed with outdoing you or being better than you somehow. I want to be able to brag about more stuff than you can brag about. That's them. That's what they sound like. All right, this is the situations deck. Let's see what else we have. Yes, single and ready to mingle. They don't like that about you though. They want you to be like fretting over what they're getting into and whether or not they're thinking about you, and you're like, oh, it didn't work out. So we have the happiness card. You're moving on, you're getting new energy in your life and it's working out for you. They're frustrated by this. So they want to prove that they're doing better without you, but they end up just kind of coming across as desperate. So your friendship group or other people on social media are looking at them and kind of like rolling their eyes like, why are you so pressed? Why do you have to be so dramatic or toxic about it? Can't you just be happy for that person, or can't you just like let go of that? No, because they think that you are their soulmate. They don't really treat you the way they should though, and that's why things are the way that they are. So we have history, past happened, and drastic, harsh cutoff. So things didn't go the way that they could have because of this person's negative attitude. This is the Tarot of Japanese Poetry. What else do we have? Hello, Z Doja. How's it going? That's a good move, Vicky. Hello, Sugar. What's up? What else do we have? The Hanged Man. And the Two of Summer, which is the Two of Wands in the reverse. So they didn't expect you to be able to pivot or to like recreate yourself or find a new path to happiness. They were pretty convinced that you would try to reconcile or reunite. They thought that they were more important to you. And now they're realizing that they're the one who is kind of heartbroken or anxious, wanting to get back together. And you're like, No, I'm good. I'm moving on. Whatever. Things happen. King of Spring or King of Cups in the reverse. They are upset. For some of you, even depressed. I don't wish that on anyone. I do hope that they can get through and start healing. But part of the reason that it's difficult for them to heal is because they have that obsessive and like competitive energy, right? Nine of Swords or the Nine of Winter and the Three of Spring or the Three of Cups in the reverse. There are some people who are getting a little bit irritated dealing with your ex or ex-friend because they keep talking about you. Like, hey, you have anything else you want to talk about? Like, why don't we just like move on, right? Let's be a little bit smarter about this. Hello, Daniel. How are you doing? Hello, sugar. Oh, I did say hello to you. Do you mean like what country? Princess of Spring and the Four of Autumn or Four of Pentacles in the reverse. You've got new energy coming in and you're like waiting with open arms like, this is great. I'm able to let go of the things that didn't work and anticipate that new energy or new friends, new relationships. I'm not obsessed with looking back at the past and trying to figure out what I can do to reclaim that, because I recognize that that wasn't going the way that I wanted it to. All right, let's see. This is the Prisma Visions Tarot. I like it. Hello, Science. If you have like a random appropriate question, hit me with your best shot. If you want me to pull cards for you, you can put your request in a super chat. I will start personal questions in a little bit less than 20 minutes. Maybe like 17 minutes. King of Wands. Isn't that a cool depiction of the King of Wands? Gotta make sure you can see it. You have this renewed sense of excitement or like this boldness about you that draws in opportunities. Also, you get a little bit of attention for it. Maybe you're even more attractive now than you have been in the past. But you also have this ability to, because you're letting go of the past energy, you can free up that time to chase something new for yourself. Doesn't mean it has to be a person, but you're interested in starting new chapters. And that's part of why this glow up is so exciting or generates a little bit of jealousy. I don't think that's a thing. I don't think jobs are attractive or not attractive. My response would be, are you able to be authentic and happy in the job that you're doing, whether it's for a man or for a woman? Are you finding a way to leverage your skills and what's important to you to make the community a better place, in addition to being able to put food on the table, or not? But I don't think it's like, that's the most attractive and that's the least attractive. I don't want to be like judgmental of people's way of making money. We have Five of Wands in the reverse and the Page of Swords. So there's going to be some news that comes out about you, or maybe even a little bit of like positive gossip. Could be that you got a new car, could be that you got a new job, it could be that you moved into a better place, or maybe you know, got your fitness on. Maybe you got a new haircut. But people are saying something about you, or a couple of things about you that are positive, and it gets back to this ex-friend or ex-boyfriend or girlfriend of yours, and they're like, I don't like it. No, no. So we have the Magician and the Seven of Wands. So because you have this Queen of Wands energy, you're able to manifest in new opportunities. That's why you have this like fiery energy with that King of Wands and the Magician. And with the Seven of Wands, this is a really important time for you. Some of the most impactful moments or like periods in my life were right after a breakup, where you have that ability to work on your healing and reclaim who you are, redefine what's important or what's involved in your life, and go after some of those opportunities that maybe you didn't really feel like you could pursue earlier on, right? Yes. Nah, you didn't bug me. I just think that if we're talking about attractiveness, the most attractive thing out there is authenticity and someone who's genuine. But I think people get a little bit too caught up on superficial things. A job is important, but a job is a job. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. 3 of Chalices in the reverse. Your ex-friend or ex, they're jealous of you because they have had something fall through, and it was something that was meant to make you jealous. So I found a new best friend, or I found someone to go out on a date with, and I really wanted you to like see that on my social media, or I really wanted to like run into you at our favorite bar and like make you jealous. But this falls through. They no longer have that opportunity to, you know, kind of leverage that. The King of Pentacles also fell out of that. You're busy building things for your life or improving things, and this person's losing ground because they're so fixated on competing with you. 5 of Wands, 8 of Swords, and the Tower. The Tower sometimes can be a little bit scary for some people, but this is a really positive Tower. I think in part because you don't feel like you have to share all of your business with people. You're not out here trying to like prove anything to anyone. And in fact, it's because you are not trying to be better than everyone that you're kind of being seen as high value or really desirable. And that's permeating through the social community, whether that's because of social media or because of the friends that you spend time, right? Hello, Abel. Hello, Monica. How are you doing? Hello, James. I hope you're having a good day. Yeah, Abel, if you're only 10, this is for adults only, okay? Please find a different channel. What else do we have? 5 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups. This person misses you. Whether it's family, platonic, or romantic, they miss you. They feel like they should have access to you. They don't like that they don't have access to you, but they especially don't like that you seem to be doing fine without them, or that you seem to be doing better than they're doing. Three of Wands in the reverse. 9 of Cups in the reverse. and the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. They have lost their sense of motivation, whereas you came through as that King of Wands Magician, which is all about taking action and feeling motivated to get things done or to do what you want, go after what you want. They're feeling the opposite. It's like that scene from Bridget Jones' Diary where she's just like eating ice cream and singing all by myself. They don't feel like they have that like get up and go or that persistence, that dedication that you do. Hello, Joshua. How are you doing? Two of Cups. Oh, sorry, Eight of Cups. Six of Wands. And the Four of Swords in the reverse. Part of the reason this person has lost access to you is because of that competitive nature. They felt like they needed to do better than you or be better than you. They have this unhealed energy from growing up. Maybe they felt like they had to compete for their mother or father's affections, like competing with a sibling. Maybe they struggle in terms of their self-worth. But with the Ace of Pentacles, I think you realized this is a time of opportunity. Even though some people may look at it as, this is terrible, I can't believe my relationship didn't work out, or I can't believe I had to go no contact with you. I can't believe that we got into that argument. Some people could feel stagnant or stuck after that. Instead, you look at that as an opportunity to move forward. What can I do to pivot, right? Death in the reverse. The person that you've been dealing with, on the other hand, they're struggling to look at this as an opportunity to work on themselves. That's why it's like an illusion. They're not actually doing anything of note. They just want to find something that they can brag about, or they want to exaggerate so that it sounds like they're doing well. Unfortunately. All right, so this is the Voyage of the Soul. They are sending you Evil Eye. They want to see you fail instead. They want to see you upset or bothered. But there's too much potential here that you're focused on. And their Evil Eye is not effective. Whispers, depth, inward, meditation, higher self, and existence. You're focusing on meditating, or you're revamping your nutrition or fitness, changing perhaps who you spend time with, finding the people that know how to approach things with a more positive mindset. Hello, spiritual healer. Hello, Mangonato. How are we doing? Seasons, cycles, elements, spring, summer, fall, winter, and channel. Downloads, claircognizance, flashes, information, and deliver. Your intuition is also getting revamped at this time. Things are becoming clearer to you as you distance yourself from this person who is pretty toxic. And that's another thing that helps you to navigate this difficult time and position yourself in a better place. What else do we have? This is the Path of Shadows. Cursed Castle, a tower of shadows, crumbling stone, once a golden cage that now shines no more. So they felt like they were lucky to have you or to be connected to you. They may have even at one time bragged about it, but now they feel like they have to disparage your name in order to deal with the fact that they don't have access to you anymore. Can I get that? Yay. Sorry guys, I dropped it on the floor. Eerie graveyard. As life transcends and we all fall into a silent embrace, the old attachments die, finding closure and grace. The old attachments die, finding closure and grace. You have matured beyond what this person is able to understand. They don't want to go through the spiritual awakening or ego death that you have been through, which is why they feel compelled to do this imposter thing, where they want to be able to compete, right? In a room full of equals, I stand in doubt, a stranger in my own triumphs, shadows cast about. They are so fixated on competing and trying to make it seem like they're better than they are that they lose the opportunities that would actually enable them to feel more naturally confident about themselves. All right, this is the Zombie Tarot. What else do we have? That's a good way to put it, Rachel. The only person I compete with is who I was yesterday. What else do we have? Two of Cups. What's for dinner? Oh, you know, just some brains. Looks like a well-balanced meal. And the Hanged Man in the reverse. It's hard to be in a close friendship or in a romantic relationship with someone who doesn't take it very seriously, that it's their responsibility to work on themselves. I do feel like this person put a lot of pressure on you. Like you were the one that needed to fix things in the friendship or in the relationship, or you were the one that needed to apologize or explain things. It's in part because of your willingness to go through that ego death or spiritual awakening that you've realized what you deserve and that you don't need to put up with this behavior. I sure hope not. Did you get your nap, Matt? We have the Fool and the Page of Hazards, which would be the Page of Pentacles. So there's that new energy, right? Page of Pentacles can be like investing in a new situation or a new opportunity. This looks to me like a zombie kid on his first day of school. But things are going well. You don't need to look backwards and wonder how things would be with that person because they were sadly a little bit predictable. What else do we have? P.S. to the person who just got timed out, I'm going to remember your name. If you show back up in my live chat, I'm just going to block you for, like, ever. Just so you know. You can find a much better place on the internet for that. So we have the Six of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Ooh, I love that. These cards are so fun. Can you see what she's doing there? You're moving forward, you're like kicking butt and taking names kind of thing. And with the Seven of Swords, I feel like this is someone trying to claim that you're not really honest about how you feel, but it's actually them who's being dishonest about what's going on and whether or not they feel all right. They hate that you are doing fine without them. They want to hear that you're crying and upset and don't want to see anybody, but instead you're out here winning. Oh no. Two of Hazards or the Two of Pentacles. And the best part is you're not trying to wish ill on this person either. You're just like, hey, I hope things go better for you. I'm over here focused on what I need to do. Death in the reverse and the Chariot. That's why things are moving forward for you, because you're not caught up in some competition or trying to make someone look bad. You're just genuinely doing what you want to do. All right, this is the Dead Inside deck. Yes, projection for sure. What else do we have? Invited but not wanted. Exclusion, misfit, emotional distance. Yeah. So they may be talking about dates that aren't actually happening, or they may be wanting to be a part of the social circle, but people are kind of shying away from them because they talk so much about you. Hello, Tina. How are you doing? Calling it a phase, minimization, escapism, and self-deception. They want to pretend, and probably publicly so, or like on social media, that whatever happened between the two of you isn't really that big of a deal. But the fact that they keep talking about it is the issue. Still not over it. Regret, looping thoughts, and lingering feelings. And then we also have don't panic, faking confidence again, insecurity, pretense, and self-doubt. Do people like me? Do they like you better? Did they like me better when I was with you? These are the things that they are unfortunately fixated on. All right, this is the Love Tarot. What else do we have? I'm glad to hear that, Tina. What else do we have? You hurt me. Everything that happened hurt me so much. I need time to heal. Others' opinions. I feel bound by my culture and my family's beliefs on how I should live my life. I'm working towards breaking free from limiting myself based on their beliefs. And then if this was a romantic ex, we have my fantasy. You're my fantasy. I have pictures and videos saved of you, and I use them for ... inspiration. I want you. So they're not over you. They still think about you. They still wish that they could have access to you. No problem, Vicky. I hope it's going well, James. Twin flame, you activated my soul and to find my true purpose and destiny in life. You helped me heal in ways that no one else could. Thank you for finding me again this time around. So you have motivated some change or helped them to understand things a little bit more clearly. The issue is they've been a little bit slow to actually accept the opportunity they have to heal. What else do we want? We're gonna go with the truth is. What else do we have? You're funny, Rachel. What else? Self-worth. You are not being valued in this connection. Consider moving on. I mean, I feel like you already have. Maybe this is a message for your person. Playing games to keep your attention. What can I do to get you to pay me more attention or to send me a message, even if it's you being mad? But then they also have to pretend that they have more going on than they really do, because they want to look like they're unbothered, but the reality is you're the one who's unbothered. So we have children. Children will be involved or are already. So for some of you, this could be like the person you're co-parenting with. All right, this is the Gilded Reverie. Hello, Debagogo? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Deba? Let's not do the repeating messages thing. What else do we have? Number 27, the message, and number 33, the key. Number 6, the cloud. It's like they're being intentionally dense. They see that they need to work on themselves, but it's easier for them to blame you. They really wanted to have some long-term connection here, or they really wanted to feel like the two of you were really on the same level. For some of you, this is someone who wanted to live with you. But I think you've realized you deserve better than what they were doing. Hello, Malakea. How are you doing? All right, this is the energy oracle, and then I'm probably gonna sign off after that. I'm getting a little sleepy. What else do we have? The thinking woman. Doesn't have to be a woman, but we do have evidence here that you put in some serious thought. You didn't just run away because you felt like things were getting too difficult. You know that in order to be like respectful of yourself, that you can't stay in a toxic situation. You know if somebody's wishing ill on you or competing with you like that, that it's really not worth it to stay connected. Hello, Sean. How are you doing? Angel of Love. This, for many of you, is going to be talking about the fact that you are leveling up your standards for romance. You don't want to be stuck in a toxic connection. You care about yourself enough to be on your own instead of be in a toxic relationship. But it could also mean that you have new love that's coming into your life because you were willing to reject things that don't really measure up, right? All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for hyping if you're able to. And I will see you on